the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You disgust me.
Who gives a shit?
Go on.
I made it the fuck up. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. It's glorious! And I run.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your T-shirted historian, and welcome to Tuesday with the Geeks.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, we are going, my friend. Another weekend's come and gone, and it's time to kind of settle in and get ready for this next weekend. Just kind of bear through it.
Indeed. Well, we're approaching spooky season day. So,
it is.
Yep. I usually like October. It's probably one of my favorite months, not just because of Halloween, but I just, I generally like the cooling down and the fact that we get to set our clocks back a little bit. So that's always fun. Wanted to say a real quick update. As some of you out there are aware, our channel panelist and my friend Raltz, the author, the guy who writes Behold Humanity, he has been in the hospital with a collapsed lung since last week, but he's been kind of updating through Twitter, so I'm not really giving away a lot of secrets. I'll be kind and not show any pictures of him because poor guys, nobody looks good in the hospital, and he looks pretty rough. But he says that he is getting some pretty good rest. Sleeping a full 8 hours straight, and he's going to be laid up in the hospital for about 2 to 3 weeks healing. So, I'm wishing him a lot of health, a lot of luck, and a lot of quick, speedy recovery, because I want him back on the show, obviously, and I want my friend to be okay. And I'm sure he's probably not necessarily enjoying the hospital visit. Not that he's any stranger to hospitals, because poor guy's been busted up more than anybody I know. Just kind of what happens to you in life in the military, I guess.
Oh, the stories they probably cannot tell legally.
He's told me quite a few, but how many of them were off the books and on the books, I couldn't say for sure. You'd have to ask him.
Oh, the unofficial stories they could tell.
Yep. Anyway. All right. Well, here we are. It's another day. It's another Week in Geek, and I got something interesting today.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Got a couple of interesting things. Well, let's see. First, this just came in. Brand new Castlevania Dominus Collection G Fuel Vampire Killer. This is supposed to be guava pineapple. It actually tastes pretty good. I had some just before the stream.
I've had a lot of good track record with G Fuel, though I do find their stuff has a little bit of a slight chalky aftertaste.
Well, I don't know. I've got like 4 canisters of different types of G Fuel right here, so I just kind of splurged because I I thought it might save me a little bit of money in the long run, just to have the powder on hand to mix and fire down whenever I need a caffeine fix. By the way, G Fuel, if you want to do any kind of sponsorship deals, hey man, I'm monetized now, so hey, I'm a customer. But yeah, this new flavor is not too bad. It is, of course, red. Because, it's going to be vampire themed. Other interesting stuff that I picked up over the last couple of weeks is they've got Nemesis Tea, which is a lemonade iced tea flavor, which ain't bad.
They need to get the grape back in stock.
I don't know. Which grape you talking about?
Just plain grape.
Oh, just plain old grape?
Yeah, that was my favorite of theirs.
Yep. Got this one I hadn't even tried yet. This Hack and Slash. It's the Jason Voorhees. Looking forward to trying that one pretty soon. And this one, which, I'll be honest, I'm not necessarily a big fan of this IP. So I had to actually do some research to see what this was in reference to. And now I guess I'm going to have to watch the anime at some point. But featuring Jujutsu Kaisen, this is Sukuna's finger. Which, from my understanding, Sukuna is like a demon wizard who basically, he changed himself, or he created a whole bunch of fingers and spread them out all over the world, and people who consume his finger gain a portion of his power, but he also gains a portion of them.
It's something like that. Jujutsu Kaisen is incredibly popular. In fact, I believe the manga just wrapped up too, so would be probably a good time to go ahead and binge through all that because, well, there's no more to be had.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, this is a fruity black tea, which anything that's tea flavored, I'm always curious about because I just like tea. It's just my thing. But it ain't bad. So yeah, that's kind of what's new with me. I did get some new books, but kind of saving those for the reveals. Because those unboxings are actually doing pretty well, especially the ones with Shadow Dark in the title. So look forward to me doing some more Shadow Dark books in the upcoming future.
Surprise, surprise! Popular things get views.
Hey, when it's one of my top charting videos, and it's a Shadow Dark unboxing, I'm obviously gonna try to pursue some more Shadow Dark stuff. But I like Shadow Dark as a game, though. So of course I want to support it and get options for it.
Oh, I don't have any animosity towards it. It's one I do want to check out at some point. It's just I'm not looking to buy yet another kind of retro fantasy RPG when I'm literally in the middle of just buying like Tales of the Valiant.
Mm-hmm. That is a system I'm actually interested in, is Tales of the Valiant. That's the Kobold Press one, is it not?
Yes. And
yeah.
Part of why I did that is because, well, we've had a number of, 5e adjacent, a bunch of 5e third-party materials that, I've supported via Kickstarter or we've come on and talked about, but I didn't really have much in the way of the 5e stuff to run it with. And, well, Kobold Press has put out a lot of high-quality stuff in the past, so I figured, what the heck? They got a system that can run this. So, yeah, I've got something I can use. I can throw the Waifu Handbook and Kinks and Cantrips at.
If it's the same Kobold Press I'm thinking of, they used to do stuff way back as far as the 3E era. And I remember some of their stuff was pretty good back then. I haven't seen any of their newer stuff since 4th and 5th edition, so I'm kind of on the outside on that one. And, oh my god. Caster.
Uh-oh.
Caster.
Yes?
I just found Squeaka's role-playing game.
Is it Mouse Guard?
No, it is not Mouse Guard. I was actually getting on to Kickstarter to take a look at some of our Kickstarters for tonight. And I found this. I found this. This was unexpected. I did not plan this ahead of time, guys. So, Soldier Loon, a magical girl tabletop role-playing game. It's already funded. It's got 21 days to go. They had a $10,000 stretch goal, and they've already hit 39,000. Oh, and it's going up.
You know, I hear that, I see this, and all I can think about is how we need to like have like you and Grim and Garbro running this.
I would like to see Guardbro play this so bad.
By the power of moonshine, I will defeat you.
I don't know if you can hear the music.
No.
How about now?
Fighting evil by moonlight. No.
No.
Did you not share it with audio?
It never does. It never shares with audio.
Just
pretend that there's some music. Whoa, wait a minute. Did you catch this? Compatible with other Tri-Stat system games, including BESM 4th edition.
Which has been on the list I've been wanting to check out.
Uh-huh. Now,
and
I know nothing about this game. Like I said, I literally just saw it front page as I was going to go to something else. So you guys are hearing this just as soon as I am. This is brand new for me. I think we might have to try to interview this guy. Discami Publishing Company. Okay.
T-shirt.
What?
Are you about to back this?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't played Big Eyes, Small Mouth in a long time. But let's see. There's a boxed set. So that'll make Grim unhappy because, you know, he doesn't like box set. But it's a 64-page full-color rule book, 40-page character book, 4-panel GM screen, 6 story scenarios, 10 pre-generated, 4 custom-etched Soldier Loon 6-sided dice. So it comes with dice. And we're also offering 3 Tri-Stat system box games as part of this, too. The Pixies, Demonicity, and Worms. No. What have I done?
Wait. So is it just going to be like you're having like Pixie adventures?
Well, if this is compatible with all these other ones, you could have magical girls in Demon City or in the Worms campaign or whatever. So $20 for a digital edition, $40 for the box set. That's not bad. $40 for a box set? It's actually pretty good.
And doesn't that box set, I think, come with like the dice and all the extra and some extra goodies too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's not bad. That's pretty average. $60 and you get the digital editions of everything. $70 you get boxed Lunar and Pixies. $100 you get print and digital of all 4 of these apparently. $100 for 4 games. That's $25 per box set. That's actually really, really fair. What do you think?
Yeah, that's not a bad cost considering you're dropping it down from 40 to 25.
And they're already at $39K. At $50K, they get a component upgrade. They've already unlocked the spot UV coating on the box, which that's nice. And it's promoted by Backer Kit. And then there's shipping, $15, $20, $20, and add-on products. Okay. Oh, they're Canadian.
We'll try not to hold that against them.
Mark McKinnon, the original Big Eyes Small Mouth RPG creator, serves as lead game designer for the company. Oh my gosh. So this is the OG behind BESM making this.
Also created Anime 5e.
I haven't seen Anime 5e. Have you?
I've seen it around, and it seems like it's sold enough. Because when I go over to like the D&D Beyond or the other digital storefront, it's up on the list. They're pretty high for top sellers.
So, I think I'm going to back this at the $100 pledge. I think I'm going to do that.
I might go ahead and at least pick up the core rulebook for BESM, and then we'll play it one of these weekends.
Oh, look, BESM 4th edition RPG print plus RP for $65 more. You can get BESM to go with it. Oh my God.
I was figuring they were going to have to like try to put that in here as well, and looks like they did.
Gotta do it. Okay.
Like, oh, la da 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 da. Let's not look at that.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes. By the way, the Cobalt press you were thinking of from the early 2000s is the same one.
Oh, okay. So there we go. I backed it. If you're interested in backing it out there, because now you've seen it just like I have. This is the link for it. And you guys who are watching this live, you saw it just as live as I did, because I was not expecting to see that. I was actually going to look at these other Kickstarters that I backed. Like
these other books, these other ones you're gonna be spending a paycheck on.
Yeah, these others you're gonna be spending a paycheck on. Like, let me put the screen back up. Tonight's gonna be Kickstarter night. Advanced Kings and Cantrips, which look at this. They blew through their stretch goals like crazy. $67,000 of $1,000 goal. Man, these guys are happy. We've talked about this in the past. I'm just curious to see what stretch goals they've hit at this point now.
Have they not hit everything yet?
I kind of wondered about that. I just can't bring myself to get these limited edition hardcovers just because why? But because they're way expensive. But let's see. The Configuration Wizard is unlocked. The Circle of Dust Druid is unlocked. The Doll Master is unlocked. That's the one I really wanted. The Iron Oppressor Sorcerer is unlocked. So now the Compendium of Encounters, which that would be useful because it's got rules and stat blocks and plot hooks. And at 75,000, with as close as they are, they're going to hit that before it's over with. And then the Daredevil Escapologist. So there'll be another class dropped in, and 300 collector's edition backers. Well, I wish them a lot of luck. I have contacted this guy a couple of times to, show up for an interview, and he hasn't gotten back to us, but maybe he'll change his mind after I show him this, You never know. People kind of change their mind. He's got 38 days, so he's in no big hurry. Right?
I mean, it's the prime time to start popping onto streams.
It is. I think so. Get those last goals. And as you can see here, we also have Fallen Earth, which is our own Greg. That's his imprint. Titans of Fallen Earth, Kaiju versus Mecha. We talked about this on Saturday. He's already hit his goal. So now he's kind of looking for stretch goals. He's still got 18 days, so it's a relatively short run. But there's still time to get in on this. And I absolutely would. Look at that. For $50, you can get a hardcover copy with a PDF and get a limited edition CD release of the soundtrack plus a digital download and get a credit as the backer. For $50, that's really, really good. But if you don't want to spend that much and you just want to get the hard copy like I usually do, spend the $30, get the hardcover and the PDF. As we mentioned on Saturday, this book is going to be hardcover. It's going to be Smithsonian binding, full color with a bookmark, index, glossary, everything. And these are printed in Lithuania, an offset printing. So this is not a POD from like Drive-Thru RPG or something. These are very nice. I've got some of his other stuff, and the books that he gets printed from Lithuania the quality is just really good. So, but I mostly want the soundtrack. I'm a sucker for CDs. And then apparently he's also offering dice and stuff with a velvet bag, and I don't think I pledged for that, so I may need to upgrade my pledge. But he doesn't have any proofs of the dice yet, so I haven't seen what they look like. But there is that. If you guys want it, Titans of Fallen Earth. This also just released, and no surprise, blew through its stretch goals in moments. But Acts 2, Imperial Imprint Treasure Tome, and it's still blowing up. You know, Alexander McCree has been on the channel several times, both as a panelist and as a guest. He blew through his $10,000 stretch goal very, very quickly. Still got 31 days to go. And this is for his treasure tome. However, in this group, he also offers the original books. So if you missed out on the Acts 2 original set, this is a really good time to pick this up. You can get it all together all at once. I highly recommend it. You know, I went for an adventure early bird, and then I added on all the stuff that I missed out on. So now once I finish signing over my birthright to pay for everything, I should have everything. This is not a little cheap set, but there's a lot of books here, a lot of work, and it's certainly worth it because Axe is probably one of the best games out there. That is, I should call it like D20 system adjacent, compatible, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he doesn't really call it OSR, so.
And I mean, also the fact that like he's gone to the point of working out the math of how effective a fireball would be on a battlefield at the difference of 10 feet or 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Really shows you he's been putting in like more than enough effort than anything else that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can expect out of like a big company with some sorcerers on a shore somewhere.
Yeah, I say this lovingly and with all respect, but McCree is like autistic in detail with how granular you can get with the system because he's got the economy all figured out. He has all aspects of the worlds figured out. There's, if you were a big fan of the 3rd edition of D&D, you'll probably like this because any question that you had for 3E was answered in the same way Axe also tends to answer every single question you might have about their world. And it's really done in a nice way. I've got lots of older Axe books, and I've really enjoyed them, so I am really looking forward to seeing this new Axe 2 set. I mean, I've had a preview copy of it, but not a final copy, so should be worth it. And and as you Soldier Loon, Magical Girl, yep. See, I'm signed on for that now too. So I don't want. Who needs to eat? I mean, I have a problem, Ironcaster.
That's the first step.
Oh, man. Tabletop. He has like my office spaces with like really more books. Yeah. Cal says he's got plenty of gaming books for over 47 years. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, sell a kidney. There we go. 15,000 minutes. Yeah. Oh, Black Lodge did one of the coolest vids yesterday promoting Axe. Cool. Well,
I liked it.
Well, Dark Folklore, you know, how to explain it?
Well,
we've had McCree on talking about it before, and it's kind of, you don't see the math so much in the front, but it's kind of worked into the back end of everything on how the game plays and the way the systems are played out in the tables. What were you going to say, Ironcaster?
Well, the other part about it is just the fact of like the intent of the later endgame. There's a lot more emphasis put onto that, which is where the Axe really shines, because that is where you wind up having. That's where you wind up really getting to get into the real meat, the real math of all that. Because the point of Axe is to get to those higher end games when you're not just, oh, we're stronger people, we're going into a bigger, scarier dungeon. It's like, no, at that point you're kind of ruling over territory. You have to deal with things at a larger scale. You have people to take care of your problems.
Yeah, the emphasis is more on, well, like it says, Conqueror King. You know, it's like your end game becomes more important as you play Axe. You still get that dungeon excitement and stuff at the early levels, but at later levels, yeah, you're running armies, and it's the mass combat system works pretty well. So.
I mean, you gotta remember, Conan wasn't an adventurer for his entire life. Eventually, he too became a king.
Mm-hmm. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could probably shift a lot of the Axe stuff over to become the Hyborian continent without too much difficulty. You know, I know that McCree wanted to get some work with the Conan stuff not too long ago, but it kind of fell through. But can you imagine what kind of game McCree could put out if they just told him, hey, we want you to take Axe 2 and we want you to develop the Conan, the Hyborian world setting, and make it compatible for Axe 2.
It would have been great to see, but no, apparently Monolith decided that they wanted to finally make an RPG go with that board game.
I think I actually have a copy of it.
The board game?
No, the actual Conan RPG, the new one. Yeah, right. And matter of fact, I do. Here we go. I think I was going to take a look at this with Grim at some point, but we might as well do it because we're already kind of behind the time anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the quick start for the new Conan Hyborian Age. If you guys haven't seen it already, you could go download this from the Conan Hyborian Age webpage, which I don't have a link to at this moment, but I'm sure Ironcaster can find one real quick because he's good that way.
Sorry, for which product?
Conan the Hyborian Age, the one we're looking at.
Yeah, let me.
I don't recognize any of the people writing this, but that doesn't mean anything. Core themes: adventure, big risk versus big reward, sword and sorcery, forward momentum. Now, the only reason I would actually trust a company that was doing Conan is because Frederick Malmberg is the head of Conan Properties. And Frederick Malmberg, who I know personally, the guy is very, very, very serious about protecting the Conan IP. So I trust his judgment whenever he okays someone to use or license the Conan material. Although for a role-playing game, I really kind of wish McCree had been able to secure rights for it instead, just because I already know his work. Monolith is kind of an untested...
Just turn the page.
Yeah. So we have dice and other materials, safety and player... oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Though the original Conan stories are frequently lurid and occasionally veer into uncomfortable stereotypes of race and culture, there is no reason that the tabletop experience needs to mirror these elements. The game master and player should establish the boundaries of comfort for the content and behavior within the game, identifying any potentially troublesome aspects that will make players uncomfortable at the risk of spoiling the enjoyment of the game.
Okay, so basically that means you pretty much you can't set any chronicles, any campaigns in Shadazar, the city of the wicked. Continue.
Various methods exist for establishing table rules, whether safety tools such as X cards that should be shown with the subject should be dropped, player checklist or of undesirable topics, or a simple conversation before play about potentially problematic subjects. Not everyone has the same limits, and these should be respected equally. If a player
doesn't want to experience scenes of torture, cruelty, degradation, racism, sexism, or something less obvious, the game master and other players should respect that and adjust the gameplay accordingly. Have these people read a Conan book?
See, I think I'm going to respect the original material and kick out the problematic player.
Yeah, if I'm running a Conan game and I have somebody who says they have a problem with the depiction of I don't know, slavery or women in the game, and I'm trying to run an authentic, Hyborian world game, I'm probably going to say, well, then you need to go find another table to go play at, because, I grew up reading Conan books and comics and stuff, and there's only one way I know how to portray Conan, and that is as the books, as the stories, as the comic books portray him. And I'm not going to pretend that this is some D&D movie-esque comedy.
And I guess to kind of make myself clear on this, the Kickstarter, I believe, is still live. I've not backed this, not because of the safety tool thing there, because that's ultimately minor enough to be able to overlook, but because I frankly I've had the Conan board game for like over 6 years now, sitting on my shelf. I've still not played it once.
Well, I've got the original Conan role-playing game from Mongoose, both editions, sitting on my shelf. And I've only gotten to play it once, but it's really fascinating stuff. Oh, and I do have the 2die20 Modifius Conan core book on my shelf as well, which I've also never gotten to play.
I hear those are going for quite a bit right now.
Are they? I bet the Mongoose one's going for more. Not that I would sell it, but I have it.
Well, it might be worth considering just to cycle a few things in and out of the shelf.
This is Conan. I there are a lot of other books I would give up before I would give up a Conan book.
Well, I would say keep the Conan RPG you think is best in life.
Yeah, that would still probably be the 3rd edition one. Just because I just prefer it to 2die20.
And if you want to play the others, then to hell with them.
Yep. Actually, I know places here in Texas where I can probably still pick up the 2 die 20 Modifius versions of all the books and cards and everything, and still get them for over-the-counter prices where they haven't been scalped yet. So. Okay, so we have a portly person who vaguely resembles Rutger Hauer in his later years. It's not a very... He doesn't look very Conan-esque. I mean, hear me out. I mean, okay, I've seen a lot of different depictions of the Hyborian world from different illustrators and different artists, and through comic books, through illustrations, through films, and this kind of a character does not look like an adventurer. This is not what I think of as an adventuring hero in the Hyborian age. This is like somebody who hires Conan. The flex dice. Oh, look, we have to identify a friendly character, enemy character, non-player character, player character, and character. I didn't know we had to be so specific.
It's gotten that way with everything. Like, everything has to be written down to just the lowest common denominator of, if you don't know what a role-playing game is, let's explain what role-playing is. Let's explain what a game is.
I mean, I guess that works if this is the very first role-playing game you've ever picked up and you've never ever touched one before and talked to anybody before or watched a video about one before, but still.
But then, sort of the thing is, Conan isn't going to be anyone's first RPG.
I would think not.
No, it'll probably be like the third or the fifth one at a minimum.
Yeah. Checks. Okay. Oh, look, they put the Thulsa Doom imagery down here. So that connects it to the film, even though I don't think this symbol really existed in the books. I think it's just kind of like somebody must have seen the movie and said, "Oh, let's throw that in there." Okay, so you have your difficulty checks. You have Winds of Fate, contests and how they work, because you only have 4 stats. Combat rounds. A single round includes all actions of characters, but how long does that actually take? It's probably in there somewhere and I just missed it. Okay, so currently I can't find where it says how long a combat round actually is. Is it 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second? What?
Yeah, I think they're going for more of a narrative sort of thing. So they're not counting seconds.
Okay. Well, I mean, that kind of makes it difficult, because if you have like a countdown going on for when something is supposed to happen, shouldn't you know how long that takes? Actions for player characters. Move to a new position, manipulate, attack, focused attack, defend, cast a spell, free action. Anything else that's not covered? Pretty basic. Actions are dictated by their profiles, which is found in this book as well as other supplements. There is a movement in games these days to take some of the pressure off the GM and have the enemies kind of just doing their thing automatically without the GM's input. I almost wonder if they're not going to do the same thing on this.
Well, see, I think part of what we're seeing is sort of leftover elements of their board game, because this is starting to feel familiar to that.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't know their board game, but what I'm guessing is that these guys tried to do the same thing with their Monolith board game that CMON did with Zombicide when they made Zombicide Chronicles, and tried to turn a board game into a role-playing game, but still keep some of the board game elements. Is that about right?
I believe. Well, the thing is, I don't quite know I don't quite know what they did with what Simon did with Zombicide, because I haven't played the board game. And
Okay,
it sort of feels familiar to that, because they had this sort of track where the GM would have like different point values associated with moving certain pieces, and basically, and as you move the little tiles up and to the back row, like that would then become more expensive to activate for the dungeon master, so to speak.
well, look at this. It tells you that enemy antagonists have life points in the same way player characters do, but it says they have minions, and enemy antagonist minions do not have life points. Instead, they have a threshold value, which is the amount of damage needs to be inflicted with a single blow in order to kill the minion outright. So already we have kind of a board gamey 4th edition type thing happening here with minions and bosses.
T-shirt, what the hell is going on? It seems like more and more games that are coming onto the market are trying to kind of copy a lot of 4E isms.
Because 4E tried to copy a lot of, World of Warcraft MMO mechanics, which also kind of translate to board games fairly well.
Well, I say this because we're sort of seeing that here with this. It seems like, of course, the new 5E is kind of copying some of their old homework from 4E. And of course, we got MCDM out there doing his like love letter to 4E.
Mm-hmm. This artwork looks really good, though.
I mean, that is the one nice thing I can say about the system, is that or about the board game, is that the art is absolutely beautiful. Like they sold they had an art book come with it, and that thing is an absolute delight to flip through.
Okay, so here we go. We actually have a stat block. We have Might 2, Edge 2, Grit 2, Wits 1 with the dice. Physical defense 5 to 7, sorcery defense 4 to 6, threshold 3, melee and thrown damage. Bandit may take 2 actions per turn, but only 1 may be an attack. Okay, so it looks like the GM does kind of control the minions, and the minions do have regular attack rolls and stuff. So there's not automatics. So that's good. Let's see. Okay, now here's an actual antagonist, which is supposed to be their similar to the players. These have physical defense 8 through 10, 35 life points, barbed stinger, crushing pincher. So very similar. Okay. So that's not a total disappointment there. Ooh, Thule the Formless. Okay. This artwork looks good.
I've got the mini for this.
I bet you do. I'm sure a lot of this artwork is probably copied over from the board game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have already seen some of the like expansion box cover art.
Mm-hmm. Do the characters in the board game have skills like this too? Fleet-footed assassin out of the shadows.
They might. I would have to go dig out the copy and look into it.
Okay, we'll make that some homework. We can talk more about it next time. But there are elements of this that I like, okay? I mean, I don't absolutely hate this. And yeah, if you want to know more, www.monolithedition.com. You can download these quick start rules for yourself. Ooh, this looks nice.
Another lovely little piece of art that's been recycled in like the comics as well.
Uh-huh. And you can see here on the edges there's some Conan adventure type stuff, like there's Yag Kosha from the Tower of the Elephant. There's the Frost Giant's daughter. And I guess that's one of her brothers.
Oh.
Oh?
Oh. Something I can show you. One other game coming from Monolith that I think would be of interest to you that I figured I would save until after we finish our Conan talk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, didn't I just have this up?
You did just have... Oh, sorry. Sorry, this was my screen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about this.
Oh. Oh my. Oh my.
And
they don't have anything on this yet, right?
Right. Monolith board games. So the thing is, we don't know if this is going to be a board game or a tabletop RPG. But they have acquired the Berserk license.
God help me. If they come up with a miniatures game for Berserk... You know I would totally buy it, though. I would totally buy it, just to be able to paint the figures and have them. I'm just dumb enough to do that.
Well, you just know that as a Kickstarter, as like a day one launch thing, they'll even add in they'll add in a Behelit.
Yeah, they'll probably add a Behelit in there for something. Hell, I'd like to see a Nosferatu Zod figure, because that thing would be huge and it would be fun to paint. And Berserk's not over with yet, so.
Well, I will drop the link for this to you because I know that you, sir, are going to want to be signing up for this like ASAP.
Yes, we'll also drop it in the let's also drop it in the chat for everybody. In case they want to too, because we have some other Berserk fans out there.
Yeah, I was looking and I'm like, what else do they have? And I click on this and look and I'm like, okay, so we got Orc Quest and some Batman stuff and I don't know this.
Okay, you know Orc Quest? Yeah, I backed that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, years ago I backed Orc Quest. And still haven't gotten it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, it's been years. Still haven't gotten it.
Well, this is what it looks like.
Matter of fact, now I'm curious. I gotta look at my Kickstarter and see where Orc Quest is now. See how far down on the pledges it is. What?
Get this. The game is currently in production and will be available to buy in our online store around November of 2023, after all backers have received their orders.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let me see. I'm having to go way back on this one. But let me see.
Page 5?
No, hang on. Just chill a second. Let me find it. Yeah, I backed this one a long time ago. Orc Quest: The Warpath, the board game. Okay. Now, back when I backed it, I did the Troll All-In pledge for €199. And the estimated delivery at that time was 2019.
Wow.
Yep. And just to prove that I mean what I say... Yeah. See, I backed this project. I'm not going to mark it as received But yeah, this was Maze Games back at the time. It was last updated in February 13th, 2023.
Oh. Oh. Do me a favor. Look at the comments.
Okay. Base de Nouvelle project. Wow, this company really did its backers dirty. I missed the window with Monolith to pay. Wow. So now I've donated my OrcQuest pledge to them.
Received his copy of the game 2 months ago.
So he went through the process with Monolith to get their copy.
Maze Games doesn't exist anymore.
Yep. So if you didn't deal with Monolith's campaign to get your copy at this point, you're out of luck. Wow. Never got the email for the pledge manager of Monolith. Yeah, I didn't either. The answer was simply, we can't help you fulfill your pledge as it is closed and had been open for 2 months. So I guess I'm just boned.
So maybe we might want to think twice about backing that Berserk game then.
Well, okay. Back in the Berserk game, Berserk is by Monolith. You know, this one was created by Maze Games. And Maze Games went out of business, obviously. So, wow, I guess I'm just kind of screwed then. Well, okay. You know, whenever they tell you that Kickstarter is not a guarantee, they mean it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a shitty thing to find out on air.
Well, you learn something new every day.
You do. Sometimes it's something you wish you didn't learn. But
aren't you glad you looked at the comments?
Yeah, I am now. Wow, that's just that's wonderful. Well, I guess I could always try to contact Monolith and say, hey. They'll probably tell me, hey, you're SOL.
But that's Tuesday, folks.
There you go, guys. Yeah, well, we actually had a better Tuesday than I thought we would, though. We got to stick with the Conan role-playing game. We got to look at a Kickstarter we didn't even know we wanted.
We did.
And as well as a few others that we knew we wanted. And I learned firsthand, yeah, if you support a Kickstarter that goes out of function, you know, and it goes to some other company like Monolith, yeah, I guess check your info more often because, yeah, okay. Now I kind of want to go back through all my old Kickstarters that apparently didn't fulfill and find out what happened to those. Because that kind of hurts. I could use €200 right about now. I mean, who couldn't, right?
Right. Meanwhile, I'm like starting to look at some other books to pick up. I'm like, maybe I need another even bigger Loki Battle Maps book. Have you seen how big those things are?
Is it the same ones that Harmony Ginger uses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them, but my group doesn't play on a tabletop. My group doesn't play with miniatures, so it would be useless to me. I would literally have to go to a friendly local gaming store in order to use those. And I don't know. I feel a little sense of trepidation of trying to pick up players at a friendly local gaming store these days, just because there's so many 5e kiddies out there, and I just don't want to deal with the bullshit of this is a little problematic. I don't like this.
Well,
I guess I would have to advertise have over 45 and have no problem with, swearing, nudity, or any of the other tropes of classic 80s heavy metal.
You say that, and I'd be looking at that flyer a little worried, like, that there's going to be nudity at this game. Am I going to have to strip down?
Yeah. Oh, GM just likes to lay his junk out on the table, and no. I don't know. No. Anyway. Those of y'all who joined us tonight, thank you very much. Appreciate you as always. Couldn't do this without you. And those of you who are catching this on the flip side, I hope you have a laugh. I hope you find a few things that you didn't know about before. And it's actually been a pretty positive night overall. We had a lot of good things we talked about. So there's good stuff out there. A lot of good stuff. I haven't even mentioned, shows and stuff that I've been watching, which I've seen some good ones here lately, although it kind of galls me that they're no longer in production, but oh well. I mean, still got the rest of the season of Tulsa King, and that's a good show so far.
I'm kind of feel like going back and watching some older shows like Jack of All Trades.
It's not a bad one. I recently watched Heels, which was a 2022-2023 show that was on Cinemax that I didn't know about, and the part of me that used to watch wrestling really, really enjoyed it. And I'm very sad that it ended the way it did.
Oh, those heels.
Yeah. Savo! Hey! Where's your latest comic? I need to check out Twitter and see if you're on there. I love checking out your stuff. It's fun. Your artwork is always so playful. I would love to be in a game with Savo. I bet it would be fun. But anyway, that's our hour. Y'all take care. Thank you very much. And peace out. Catch us on Saturday. I don't have a guest for Saturday as of yet. I don't know if I will. But you never know. Between now and then, someone may materialize. You're insufferable? Well, no more than the rest of us, I'm sure.
But go out and watch some anime.
Go out and watch some anime. I